Talk Radio. Welcome to Beach Talk Radio for Saturday, February 16th, 2019. We are live from Pete's Time Out. We want to say a special hello to everyone listening on the Florida Podcasting Network. This is our first live show on the network. Boy. Yeah, we are statewide. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on the Florida Podcast Network, and also to everyone listening on the Beach Talk Radio app. Of course, you can listen on the Beach Talk Radio app, on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker.com, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Yes. You can also watch on the Facebook.
I hope lots of people are joining us today. I want to take a moment to wish my sister happy birthday.
Very nice. Very nice.
Her birthday today, and my dad's was yesterday.
Wow, close together. How old is your sister now?
I don't think I can say.
Oh, okay. She's
younger
still.
Than me.
Yeah. All right, well, we have an action-packed show today. We have 4 great guests lined up. We have other stuff to talk about. We had a candidates night forum that I know you really want to get into. I'm going to bring up one specific question that came up during the candidates night forum, and we're going to talk about that. And we'll review it and see who you think did the best. That's all coming up, folks, on Beach Talk Radio for this Saturday. And right now we're going to turn it over to Kim and her first guest of the morning.
All right. Well, good morning, Mary. How are you? We're so pleased to have you on this morning.
Well, I'm very glad to be here.
And I have to say, I love your sunglasses.
Oh, thank you very much.
They are gorgeous. So you're here to talk to us about the Fort Myers Beach Community Foundation.
Yes, I am.
All right. So what can you tell us about the foundation?
Well, the Fort Myers Beach Community Foundation is a group of about 70 women. And our motto is to help make Fort Myers Beach great. And we do many projects. Some of them involve money and some of them do not.
Okay.
We're great supporters of any kind of education. And so we do a lot at the Beach Elementary School. Every year, the kindergarten class has a butterfly project. Our members go, I think, twice a month, and they make butterfly crafts. They do all butterfly things, including hatching butterflies.
Yes, so, there's a butterfly garden there. Is that
correct?
There
is a butterfly garden there. They also do Luminosity, which is a science project. It goes across the country. It's one night in April this year, and the kids and their parents can come and take part in all kinds of science projects. We also support Renee's Closet at the Beach Elementary. We supply tutors. And we give scholarships to Beach Elementary School kids to go to summer camps like at Edison Ford, things like that.
Nice.
This year we gave them $2,000 to help the music and art program. So that's the school. This year we gave Lover's Key $5,000 to help build one of the educational units in the new building they're putting up. We take part in Keep Lee Carlin Beautiful, Monofilament Madness.
Yes, tell us about that. That sounds interesting. And that's been going on a long time.
Oh, yeah, a long time. And it is amazing. But it's mostly about the Back Bay and getting the monofilament out of the mangroves. But this year, the biggest article brought in was a dresser.
So out of the Back Bay, out of the
Back
water,
Bay, right?
Came a chest of drawers.
Kids were here from actually, I think it was from a 4-H club, and they took their kayaks, and then they came back and they said there's a chest of drawers up in the mangroves, and somebody went out with a boat and hauled it in.
I mean, seriously, folks, it's one thing to throw. You should throw nothing in the water, but certainly not a chest of drawers.
I know. It isn't crazy. And after the hurricane, of course, the amount of stuff that was in the Back Bay was unreal. And we do beach cleanup. There'll be a beach cleanup after the 4th of July and after the fireworks on New Year's Eve. The Community Foundation does that. And we make donations. People have to submit a written application, and we consider their request, and we give donations to things like God's Kitchen, to the food pantry at First Baptist Church, those kinds of things.
Okay.
Any kind of nonprofit on the island that would like us to donate can submit an application. It's all on our website, Fort Myers Beach CF for communityfoundation.com. My personal passion is our scholarship program. We give scholarships from $500 to $3,000. This year, it is going to be a one-time gift only, so that kids won't be able to apply again and again. But we're trying to reach out more into the community so that if someone wanted to go back and get their GED, and they needed money for a babysitter so they could do that, they could apply for a scholarship. If somebody wants to complete a certificate course up at Florida Southwest, they can apply for a scholarship.
So it's not just 2-year or 4-year colleges,
no.
And it's not just high school seniors.
Right.
This is available to anyone who lives or works on the beach.
Yes, anyone who lives and works on the beach or whose parents live or work on the beach. So, you know, I say if you're working in the kitchen in one of the hotels and you think, boy, I'd rather be a bartender, apply for a scholarship, go to bartending school at night. Anybody who wants to enhance their life through education can apply, provided that they live or work, or their parents live and work on the beach.
And I was reading that the money that you donate goes straight to the student. So if it were a college student that was getting other aid or other scholarships, this does not affect that.
No. If it's a kid going to, or a person going to a 2 or 4 year college, after they finish their first semester, and we know that they're really there and working away, then they'll get their check for up to $3,000.
Wow.
They can spend it how they need it.
And how long have you been a member of the Community Foundation?
Oh, 5 or 6 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a group of women, like business and professional women, is that?
Yes, yes.
And how long has the group been going? Do you know?
It used to be called the Pilots Club, which is an international organization, but you have to pay fees to it. And so the women who were in the Pilots Club then, they decided that they would be better off as a community foundation. A lot of our members aren't here in the summertime, so we don't really have meetings in the summertime. So we just work as a little independent group, and we have 2 big fundraisers a year, a ball at Diamond Head and a fashion show at South Beach. We make about $25,000 and give it away.
That is insane.
It's fun.
That is a lot. So when is the fashion show? Is that in March?
No, it's April 6th.
April 6th this year. And then the monofilament madness.
It's in the fall.
Typically in November?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you said, where else can people get information? We'll give the website again.
Go on to the website.
Okay.
Fort Myers Beach, CF.
Okay.
For communityfoundation.com. And all the information is there. And look for the scholarship button, and it tells you exactly what you have to do. March 1st is the deadline.
So get out there and get it rolling before March 1st. You've got a couple of weeks to get it going. Now, if someone wanted to join the club, is there information on the website about that as well?
Yes, okay. There's information on the website, and I think even the application form, you know, put in your name and phone number type of thing, is on the website.
And then you guys meet on Wednesday nights? Is that
third Wednesday of the month?
Okay.
You'll be able to see us in the shrimp parade. Our women dress up as flamingos and shrimp this year. So we have fun. We really have fun. But we are really trying to especially help people get an education.
Well, that is super fantastic. Is there any other events you would like to tell us about or information that we have missed? It sounds like it's super fantastic. Yes.
Yes. We're
all right.
Working hard, doing our best.
Well, thank you so much for coming down and getting the word out about this important scholarship fund that's available to
everyone.
And go out there, get yourself educated.
Well, at least finish what you started.
That's right. Finish what you started. All right. Thank you, Mary,
Thanks a
so
lot.
much.
Thanks very much.
And Mary, please, one thing. Tell all your friends about the show. It's
Oh,
important
I
to spread
will.
the word about
I
the
will.
show.
It was on the website,
Nice.
Fort Myers Beach Community Foundation website
Oh, I didn't know
to
that.
watch this morning.
Awesome.
So there you
awesome.
go.
Well, thanks a lot for coming
Thanks
in.
a
We
lot.
appreciate
Thank
your
you
time.
so much.
Thanks.
All righty, that was Mary Louise, and we'll have more information in the show notes, dear. We'll have more information in the show notes.
Yes, I got to go through and do those show notes. You're like two-handed over there.
Yeah, we're good to go now.
All
We have
right.
our second guest. We're rocking and rolling here, everybody. Liam Farrell is joining us. Liam, say hello to the millions and millions of people that are watching us right now.
Hello, everyone.
What school are you from, Liam?
I am from Cypress Lake High School. I'm the athletic director over there.
And exactly where is Cypress Lakes?
Cypress Lake is right here in South Fort Myers. It's just off Cypress Lake Drive, one of the oldest schools in Lee County. I think it was founded in 1967.
And how long have you been there?
I've been there 5 years, but I'm also an alum. So I graduated in 1996 from Cypress
Nice,
Lake.
very nice. Now, how did you get involved in the Shrimp Festival?
Well, when I became the athletic director at Cypress Lake, I think there was a lapse in the run itself. So, we made some calls, and we were able to take over the shrimp run in 2015. Kind of brought it back, and since then it's grown, and it's become a big, labor of love is what we say.
We were I ran in it last year. It was awesome. I've never run in a 5K over the bridge before. It's not fun. It's not fun running over that bridge, especially when you're watching the older gentlemen and women run past you.
Oh, and you know what? I get a call every single year from a gentleman who, hopefully he's listening, and I will have a medal for your age group no matter what, and he wins every year anyway. So I think the last few years he didn't like the age groups. He didn't think it was fair, but he's won every single year. So
yeah,
I'm
sure,
looking forward to giving him his first place medal again.
I wonder if it's the man that rides his bike through here every Saturday morning to say hello. And he also just finished I think it was the Marine Marathon or the one in Washington D.C. with his son. So I wonder if it's the same person. So we'll have to check that out.
Keep an eye out on that. Yeah.
So what is the best time for the 5K, especially when you throw that bridge in?
Last year we had a young man come in, and I think he was a college runner, and he ran the 5K less than 16 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is sick.
They left, and then I kind of blinked my eyes, and suddenly he's coming back over the bridge again.
So let's see. The fast math on that is 6:12. It's less than 6 minute miles when you throw a bridge in, and that's not like a small hill. That bridge.
No, that's twice too. So you see a lot of people take off, and maybe it's good the first time, but when you come around almost on that third mile, it's not easy.
Now, how many people do you have registering for the 5K?
Right now we have about 200, which is. Last year was our biggest year, and we're trending higher than last year right now. So, it's turned into a big event, and we're pretty excited about it.
Now, you set up over by on the other side of the bridge by what's the name of the restaurant over there you set up at?
Yeah, we start and finish at Doc Ford's.
Okay, Doc Ford's. And the money that you collect goes toward what?
So that is the biggest fundraiser we have at Cypress Lake High School for our athletic program. So basically every single one of our athletes and programs have to either run or volunteer, and so it basically helps to supplement uniforms, equipment, travel, all those kind of camps, all those things that that it takes to run an athletic program.
And how much does it cost to register for the 5K?
It is $35, but there's also discounts for teams and things like that too.
$35, and that gets you a T-shirt.
Yes, the first 500 runners will get a T-shirt from Tuna Skin, and lots of good times and things like that. They'll have runner's bags and all kinds of good stuff.
So is that one of the shirts that you're wearing right there? That's a pretty cool looking shirt.
This is cool. Yeah. So Tuna Skin also will do some long sleeve shirts that we sell as well, and those are pretty cheap as well at the race. I think they're $20. But then the T-shirt themselves are a short sleeve one too.
What would you like to see in terms of numbers this year? I mean, what is a hit it out of the park number?
Well, we've always had a goal of 500. I think last year we were 475. So we hit that 500 mark, we'd be pretty excited about it.
Yeah, standing in that pack of people and then pushing everybody. You were pushing everybody back for some reason. I don't know if it was we weren't by the starting line or something, and that was like a big wave.
It really was. It's hard at the beginning because that street's so narrow.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of little kids will start off at the front. And yeah, I'm afraid they're going to get trampled and things like that at the beginning.
And the rules of the 5K, for people that don't know, is the runners go in the front and the walkers go in the back.
That
would be helpful.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah. So if you don't think you're going to be among the winners on that day. Just let someone else start in front of you.
Right, and have a good time. And have a good time, because once you get to the bridge, it's not going to be a good time. You might have to walk that. There were some people walking it last year.
Yeah, there's a lot of people walking. And then we have 3 water stations throughout too. That you'll have plenty of water along the way and at the end and all that kind of good stuff. And we should know too, at the end when you're all done, there if you're really tired, you want to go to the parade, we have a water taxi going back and forth to take people.
A water taxi.
Yes, definitely Fort Myers Beach style.
The coolest thing about that 5K is the people are lined up on the street and they're cheering for everybody. It's a great weekend, but it's nice to have, you run a lot of 5Ks and you're basically in back streets and there's nobody around. But on that race, there's people everywhere to cheer you on, which is really cool.
Yeah, we call it a big festival, big festival event, and it really is. I mean, it starts with the 5K and then ends with the parade, and there's just so much fun for Fort Myers Beach.
And so are you a runner?
I am a runner, yes. And one of these days I'll get a chance to run the race, but I got to
organize it. So do you bring the kids down to the beach? Is that your group that we see running over the bridge?
No, that's probably one of the high schools, though.
All right, cool. So what is your fastest mile?
I don't know. I haven't timed myself in a mile in a
long
time. But
you're lying.
Probably,
you're a guy. You've timed yourself. Cut it out.
Right now I'm doing more distance stuff. So probably I'm in the 8s somewhere. I don't know.
8s. And how old are you?
I'm 40.
40 and you're in the 8s. That's not great.
I know.
You can pick up the pace a little bit. So how things going at the school with the runners and with the teams and things like that?
Things are going really well. And just so you know, too, the March 2nd, the weekend before, we do the free kids race on the beach as well. And all our kids come out and volunteer for that. So for elementary school kids, it's free, and it's over on Gulf Beach Road, right that beach access there.
So that's down
right across
south?
from the old Tops.
Oh, okay, across the street there, and they run for 1 mile?
1 mile, yeah. So the half mile on the sand, down and back, and they turn around. That's actually one of the most fun watching that, because some of the kids are running, then they'll stop and look at dolphins along the way, and all that kind of
what is
stuff.
What is the age group of the runners there?
That it starts in kindergarten. And we we'll release each one. So kindergarten will go first, then first grade, then second grade, and all the way through 5th grade.
How many kids do you get for that?
We have about 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good, too, because you're getting them into exercise early, trying to embed it in their brain. It's good to exercise and get out there and run.
Yeah, it's great. And, you can't go wrong. You have a mile run on the beach early in the morning. You get a free T-shirt. And, again, kids are learning how to enjoy themselves, and there's something special about running. If you go, you just get faster.
Yeah. Do you have sponsors for that in order to give away the free T-shirts?
We do, yes. We have lots of sponsors. Lee Drywall is the title sponsor for the kids run, and also we have the Fort Myers Beach Lions Club, which I'm a member as well, who puts on the whole shrimp festival themselves. They're one of our sponsors for the kids run as well.
Do you live on the beach?
I grew up on the beach,
nice.
But I live in Gladiolus now. My parents still live on the beach.
So you're a lifer here in this
I
area.
lived away for a while. I lived in North Carolina for about 12 years.
Where about?
Back. I lived up in the mountains in Boone, North Carolina.
Boone. Everybody talks about Boone, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our daughter was born in, where was she born? I forgot where she was born. Jillian. Where's Jillian born? Greenville, North Carolina.
Yeah, Eastern North Carolina.
Yeah. And so how do I get Beach Talk Radio as a sponsor for the kids?
We'd love to have you out. We'll catch up after this, and anything we can do to get you out, that'd be awesome.
So what I always wanted to do was an obstacle course race for kids in the younger kids. Are they cheering you? It's a huge crowd here today. What's going on over there? Big crowd here at Pete's Timeout. So how could we organize an obstacle course for kids? Nothing crazy.
I think that'd be awesome.
Right on the beach?
Right on the beach. I think there's plenty of space to do it. And
do you have to get permits and stuff like that? Because I'm in with the new council.
Yeah, you go through the town of Fort Myers Beach, and we kind of put that stuff together. I'd love to help you.
Great. Anything else you want to say about the race and how people can register, where they can go to register, and how they can help out?
Absolutely. So you go to we have an active page, active.com, and then we also have our Facebook page, which is Shrimp Run FMB. And you get all kinds of up-to-date information. I want to mention, too, for the 5K that Yo Taco has been our title sponsor this year. And we appreciate, their efforts and every other great beach organization that has supported the race.
All right. So it's $35 to register, and the race is coming up. It's going to be soon, like in a few weeks.
Yes, March 9th, right before the parade. But I will tell anyone who's thinking about going to the race, get there early.
Yeah.
The bridge closes at 9, but if you try to arrive at 9, you won't get there in time.
Did you notice they probably wheeled about 30 kegs behind us so far this morning?
It's a special time of year in Fort Myers Beach.
It's only 20 after 9. Who's drinking all that beer so far?
Yeah, it's not even spring break yet.
Do you have enough volunteers to help out with the water and the registration?
We could always use more.
All right.
We have, like I said, a lot of our programs all help. But I think it's like I said before, it's a labor of love. So the more manpower, the better on those kind of days.
Who's the fastest runner on Fort Myers Beach right now, or in Fort Myers?
Well, on Fort Myers Beach, I will tell you this. There is a lady who bartends at Matanzas who has won the 5K every single year. I think her name is Kelly.
Kelly?
Yes. And she's usually about sub 21 5K in that one. But since 2015, she has won the race.
What age group is she in?
I think she's,
I
don't
30s?
know off the top. Yeah, probably 30s, but she's the overall winner every year.
What do you guess the fastest time is for 50 to 55?
That's a good question. I would
Thank you.
I would say, what's your fastest race?
I think I was right around 20.
I think you're probably going to win this year.
No, I didn't win. The bridge throws me off, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. The bridge is tough. I like flat.
Yeah,
I like running on flat.
It's a lot easier.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much for coming on. Good luck with the
appreciate
race. You're welcome back anytime. And register for the race, folks, or come down and volunteer. It's coming up in a few weeks. Liam Farrell, everybody. Having a big hand. All right, maybe that wasn't for you before then. All right, thanks a lot for coming in so much.
So before you go, I want to give you those. Were given to us by the lady who was on before from the Fort Myers Beach Community Foundation.
Yes.
It is a scholarship program for kids from the beach, and she felt like you could give that to the guidance counselor. And
all right, dear.
All right.
Dear, in the future, can you do those off the air so we can stick to the show? We stick to the script of the show,
you're
please.
going to tell me to stick to the script?
I just want you to stick to the script of the show. That's all.
That is rich.
Because we have a lot to do today. There's a lot of stuff going on. You're gonna pick that up and hold it across your chest while you're interviewing Shannon?
I'm gonna let her do that. Or maybe you should stand behind us.
I'll just stand right behind the two of you and hold the sign
That'll
up.
be fantastic.
All right, and your guest is the great Shannon Orlandini.
Yes, yay! Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Yes.
We're so glad to have you on. Hello. And then we'll get you in view. And you're here to talk about the PTO event that's coming up.
Yes, we have a super fun casino night for the Fort Myers Beach Elementary. Our PTO works very hard to raise lots of money that we need for our school.
Yes, and it's Lucky Hearts this year.
Yes. So.
And where's that going to take place?
At the Women's Club again. So last year, this is our second time having it. So we're going to keep it as an annual event. And it'll be held at the Women's Club, which is 175 Sterling at the South End.
And when is the event taking place?
Next Saturday. Yikes.
Wow. So everybody, you got to get your tickets. How much are the tickets?
Tickets are $50 each, or you can get a VIP table for $600. That gives table for 8, VIP, valet parking, and champagne for your table.
So if anybody out there gets a VIP table and they have any openings, I would
I was going to say
clear my calendar to come down.
Need you guys to get your tickets. So
yes, everybody get your tickets. And so I'm guessing that if it's a casino night, it's going to be an opportunity for everybody to get dressed up.
Well, we say it's beach dressy. So some people dress up, some people wear, beach casual, not like flip-flops and shorts, but it is on the grass. So some of us will have nice dresses on, cocktail dresses with flip-flops. So, we're on the beach. None of us like to really dress up. But we try to make it a fun, nice event for everybody.
And this is the only fundraiser that's dedicated solely to the beach school.
So if I can talk about that for a second, our PTO has a budget of $29,650 this year, which is a hefty budget. And what a lot of people, there's a big misconception about the beach school. Everyone thinks, oh, you go to the beach, you live on the beach, you have $1 million mansions. That is not the case at our school. Our school has maybe 100 students that goes up and down. Many 50% or more of our students would qualify for free lunch. In the district. So, and our district gives based on the amount the district gives, it's just per student. So get out of here.
You can't let him distract you. Just keep going. Ignore
Yeah,
him.
I
He's
know,
like a
that's-
pest.
That's difficult. So our
Tell me
district,
about it.
You know, we get small amount of funds from our district because of the number of students that we get. We have the same curriculum that a school of 1,000 kids would have, and we
Okay.
only have 100 kids. So we have to give the school a lot of money. We pay for clubs, we pay for carnivals, we pay for teacher appreciation. We do classroom grants. We pay for classroom software and books and reading material that the school doesn't have the funds to pay for.
Okay.
We're trying to help with the office supplies, paper, toner. You know how much everybody knows how much office toner costs. It's a lot of money. So we pay for the classroom field trips. None of that money comes from the school district. It comes from the PTO and all of our generous sponsors.
Field trips are expensive. You have to get
Yes.
the buses. It's not included.
Yes, and our goal at the Beach School PTO is to try to make every club free to all the kids. We have a couple that are a cost, but they're a minimal cost.
Okay.
So, you know, but the most of them are free. So,
And I'm sure it's things like tissues. And at this time of year, you need tissues
yes,
and
hand
sand.
sanitizer,
Yes, right.
Band-Aids. And actually, we have a closet in our school that we help. People donate shoes and backpacks and all those things that kids come in, your shoe breaks on the way in, you need another pair of shoes. You know, it's just stuff like that. But so for the fundraiser, it's you can come. It's a Vegas style night, gaming nights. We have poker, roulette, blackjack, craps. I mean, it's a professional gaming company comes in and runs all the tables. If you don't know how to gamble, you come in and they'll show you how to do it. Lots of people complimented last year about how easy it was to just go up to the table, and the dealers were wonderful. They show you how to do it and they help you play the game.
So not intimidating.
No, not at all. Lots of fun.
And so they come in, they'll buy tickets to use, like fake.
Yeah, so with your $50 ticket, you get $10,000 in funny money.
Wow.
And yes, and you get with all your winnings, you earn raffle tickets, and we have specific gaming prizes. So you'll drop your raffle tickets in whatever gaming prize you want to win or a chance to win. Last year, a couple who's a Beach School parents this year won $2 million in raffle tickets. So they took home half the gaming prizes. So, you know, it's really a lot of fun, and you can win.
They won all of
prizes.
That just playing the games?
Yes, yes. So I mean,
they must be professional.
Most of our auction items and our prizes are not under $300. The $300 and up. I mean, we have incredible auction price. We also have a silent auction and a live auction. So I can just run over some of the stuff we have.
Absolutely. Let people know what they can.
We have a Wheel of Fortune, so we'll have someone for $20. You get a spin on the Wheel of Fortune, and all of the lovely restaurants and businesses around here will give us gift cards. None of them are below $20, so you're guaranteed your money.
Right.
You spin the wheel, you get whatever gift card is on there to one of the restaurants or businesses on the island. So that generates a lot of money for us, and everybody loves that. We have a live auction Vivi Boutique truck. That's a women's clothing truck that you have a party come to your house or wherever. We have a cottage in the Cayman Islands, 6-night stay.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I want that.
Yes, so airfare not included.
Well,
we have a paddleboard with some excursions from Farrell River Outfitters.
Dear, you got to get me
cycling,
that. Paddleboard.
Photography packages, Universal tickets.
Wow.
Sea Racer speedboat tickets. We have several custom-made furniture pieces from locals on the beach. Red Sox tickets versus the Mets. Diamond District jewelry, fishing charters, golf foursomes. I mean, I can go on and on. We have so many generous things that our fundraising committee will put these all in packages, and you know, most of our baskets, like I said, are $300 to $400 of value. You'll do a Chinese raffle, so you'll buy raffle tickets at the event, and then you can drop your tickets in whatever gift item that you choose you want a chance at winning. So,
and with all those gifts and fun things to do, everybody might win something.
A lot of people win. I mean, right now we still have lots of things coming in. Right now we have probably close to $10,000 in donated items for auction and prizes, gaming prizes. We have 11 sponsors, which is huge. Our sponsors we couldn't do this event without our sponsors, if I can just run through their
Absolutely.
we have different levels of sponsors. So we have an A sponsor, which is the Fort Myers Beach Kiwanis. They give us this money every year, and we want to thank them. They help us pay for all the field trips that the school goes on. So that's their money goes towards that. Our King sponsors this year are Distinctive Rentals, the Dog House, and they provide the food at our venue. So they donate all of that. Where I lost my spot. Annie Poppins and Fiesta Tents. We get our tents and all our tables and everything from them. Queen sponsors Diversified Yacht Services, the Torgerson family, Doc Ford's, the Whale, Dixie Fish House this year. And then we have a Jack sponsor, Veronique Pascal, the Gucciardo family, Christel Construction, and then some others that are either giving in-kind donations and really help support us is the Palm City Brewing. We get our most of our beer from there. The Print Shop. If you need lots of print stuff, go to the Print Shop. They're wonderful. Gary, we love you. And Suncoast Beverage. So lots of sponsors, and we can always use more. If you want your name on the list, give me a call.
Yeah, and so where would people go to find out information about supporting it, either through event sponsorship or donations of gift auction items?
You can call the school. You can buy tickets at the school. You can go to our Facebook page that we have a live link to buy tickets there, FMB PTO annual fundraising event. We have a website, highrollingонthebeach.eventsmart.com.
Okay.
You can purchase your tickets there as well. And if you know the PTO members, we walk around with the Square app on our phone. We're ready to sell and get you your tickets today. Come on down. I'm down here. Come buy
wow.
your tickets.
You guys got it all together with the technology.
Yeah.
You got to go out here and sell some tickets to some of these folks here.
I know. I have saved the dates, and I'm ready to take all of your money. So
all right,
let's get it ready.
Time to start pointing it up.
How much are the tickets again?
They're $50. So we try to keep it at a minimal cost because our goal is to have a lot of people coming to the event. Last year we had 150. Right now we're at 180 guests, and my goal is to break 200.
Okay.
If we can get more people there, we don't have to collect so much auction, and we don't have to have you buy stuff when you're there. My goal is to have you come, game, have fun, and win prizes. Then we just have to collect stuff for the prizes, and then it could, we don't have to sell things while we're there to raise more money. So.
And there's also going to be music.
Yes, we have a DJ. We have a photo booth. It's a cash bar, the silent auction, the food. Oh, I forgot to mention that our dessert is donated by one of our local beach people, Mary Dingman. She's starting a bakery called Mary Had a Little Bakery. So it's we lots of local stuff.
Where's that going to be in case you want to call on her for advertising later?
For Mary?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll post it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So
that'll have to be in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll have her on too.
Yeah.
And she can bring us some baked goods.
Oh, they're going to be fabulous. Just come to our event, and you'll be able to taste them for free. And
again, that's February 23rd.
Yes, Saturday.
Starts at 6 p.m. at the Fort Myers Beach Women's Club.
Yes, that's right.
Come as you
buy your tickets now. We're gonna sell out. So if you want to, I know there's lots of you out there said you're coming. You don't have your tickets yet.
What is the sellout number?
I'm not telling.
Okay. All right.
We need more people. Support the beach kids. All of our money goes directly to the school. We do everything. We cut our expenses and then we give it to the school when they need it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot,
with
Shannon.
him.
All right, great to have you on. Thanks very much.
Guys.
Shannon
Good luck.
Orlandini, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Lots going on there, dear. Lots going on there. A lot of great prizes. Sounds like a great event. And break out the cobwebs out of your wallet there and get in the square.
Hey, you get like $10,000 of fun money.
Yeah.
You would bet it all in one.
Wait a second.
Done in 20 minutes.
You're the gambler in the family.
Oh,
yeah.
please.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm
Did
the
you see,
successful
speaking
gambler.
of that, were you one of the people that jumped on that HQ game when it first came out?
Yes.
That app HQ game?
Yes.
Did you hear that the guy that created that died?
No.
He died last week.
What happened?
I think it was an overdose, opioids.
Well,
I was
way to
reading
bring
that
the
last
show
night in
down.
the airport when I had 50 hours to kill yesterday. But he started Vine too. I didn't know that. The kid started Vine. Big problems. Big problems.
Anyway, like HQ.
Yeah, you were playing the game on the app, and all I hear was cheering in the background and some live thing, and I didn't know what was going on. Did you ever win anything?
No, and if you win anything, it's it might be 50 cents or $1.
Well, that went down the tubes too.
People.
That thing faded fast. It was a popular thing, and then it faded fast, right? All right, dear.
All
You
right.
did a fabulous job. You're
Thank
2 for
you
2
so
today.
much.
You're getting
All right.
much better at the radio thing. Keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll be a
please.
star.
Yes. Oh, if
You-
only I could be as good as you.
Thank you, dear.
One
Thank
day
you.
I hope to eclipse you.
It's really, you really shouldn't set your sights that high just yet, but
okay.
you'll get there.
I'll
You'll get there.
try to
Keep
keep
practicing.
myself in check. Good Lord.
Ladies
Good
and
luck.
gentlemen, Rick Sebastian is now with us.
Well, you know, the word here down at Times Square, Ed, is that you're a gambler, but it sounds like Kim took a chance on you.
Oh, listen, man. Listen. I shut her
Oh.
microphone off before she had a chance to stick that jab in there. How you doing, Rick?
Real good. It's a lot warmer than I was here the last time, and
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful day here at the beach.
How about this weather? It's got to be 82 already. The Pete's Time Out is packed. People are enjoying breakfast. Spring break is right around the corner. It's already hard. It's already hard to get on the beach at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we love all that. We
But
love all
worth
that.
the wait. Worth the wait. And it's like come February, the magic switch gets turned and the weather comes out, and it's just chilly enough at night to have a little jacket on or a little snuggle honey with you.
Yeah, we were in Nashville the last 2 days, and it's not pleasant because it's chilly. It's not cold, but it's chilly, but it's rainy and cloudy.
Oh, that'll go right through you.
Yeah, and you have just the beautiful weather here. Anyway, enough about the weather, Rick,
Yes.
because, you know, Florida's all about the weather, and every day's a beautiful day. But what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to remind people that today the Fort Myers Beach Library, the Friends of the Library, are having their regular book sale. It's both today, Saturday and Sunday, February 16th and 17th, from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. And this is a fundraiser to support the library that the Friends of the Library put on. We have books, CDs, DVDs, puzzles, and we now have a silent auction for items that are donated to the sale that people can put a silent bid on for. Everything from a gigantic mirror that's been encrusted with real shells from here at Fort Myers Beach to like a Keurig coffee maker. So
Wow.
we have artwork, plates with Chinese prints on them. But the main function has always been 4 times a year, the Friends of the Library do the book sale on a Saturday and Sunday. We do this in November, January, February, and March. And of course, today is an important one because this is the first book sale since last month's tragic loss of our director, Dr. Leroy Hummerding. So everyone's pulled together and things are back to regular operations. The staff at the library are there to serve, and the friends and volunteers, the many volunteers that help out the library, keeping the quality that he set forward ongoing at the library here at the beach.
You know, I stopped by the library a few days after just to kind of see everybody, and, you know, what a great group you have there, Rick.
They're all very supportive, friendly, and enjoy coming there, whether they're replacing books on the circulation shelves, answering questions of the many, many visitors that come in. I mean, we're not just there to print your boarding passes anymore. We got plenty of computers. We have silent areas, a great living room upstairs with a big, gigantic window that looks out on the beautiful Gulf of Mexico. So the staff there at the library really enjoy taking care of all of our visitors, whether they're year-round residents, part-time residents, or people here on holiday.
And I also got to see the puzzle on the ceiling,
Oh,
which was
that's
awesome. There were people doing the puzzles on the table, and I know that was one of the things that Dr. Hummerding really thought was important for the library to have. Who would think that a gigantic puzzle is something that you want to have at a library? But there was reasons for it.
Well, the thing was, it became a community event. He had the idea, well, here's this great puzzle that he saw somewhere. It was of the Sistine Chapel, and completed, it's like 10 or 11 feet by 4 foot, and he laid it out on sawhorses and plywood, and people would come by and spend 5 minutes on it. We had one gentleman that would just pull up and spend half a day there because he said it was the best hours of his day. So when it was completed, it was just too lovely to put back in the box, so we had it mounted, and it's in the ceiling area above the jigsaw area, as any picture of the Sistine Chapel should be.
Now, you mind if I ask you kind of off-the-cuff question?
Certainly.
Because it relates to Dr. Hummerding, and it was such an awesome ceremony, and the outpouring from the community of support for the folks at the library and his family, it just continues. And there was one person that that was sort of mean at the council meeting, and he's been banned from the library for a year. Do you mind talking about that for 2 seconds, at least telling us how that came about and why that Leon was banned?
Well, I was not at the council meeting that he made his, shall we say, his opinion known to the town council. The reason he was banned, and I don't know the particulars on this, all we ask of people that come to the library is to be civil and courteous to everyone else in a social situation. We welcome all people. And some people that come in and you can make suggestions. Making a suggestion is one thing, but an ongoing diatribe of this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, without any foundation. And some things were just not, the few things that I know was the building is designed for safety. So there are stairwells that are there that are fire doors in case there's an emergency to get people down from the 3rd and 2nd floor. And so there's no reason to open those up for people who just want a free Stairmaster. We have Bay Hooks Recreation Center with all kinds of physical equipment. If you need a Stairmaster, go there. So sometimes the requests are frivolous, but when it becomes punishing, and that's one of the reasons that his occupation as staff was not adequate, and that's all I can figure out was led to that decision.
Okay, so the book sale starts at 9 o'clock.
It's on that right now, and it's a beautiful day. You can get there by tram or trolley. We do have parking in the library's parking lot, and as we have on a Saturday, the library itself is open until 1 p.m. today, but the book sale goes on today until 2 on the ground floor of the library in what we call our garage, and then it will be again tomorrow on Sunday, the 17th, from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m.
All right, so the money from the book sale will be used for what?
Well, so many of the books are donated. So this is, if you want to call it found money, everything's reasonably priced. Most things under $1 or $1 or $2 for a hardbound book. So this is a way of gaining funds that will go to buy things for the library that are on a wish list.
Okay.
And the wish list was always set up by the director before, so it could be a display cart that rolls around. We had items that were purchased for the children's area that were just extra. And so that doesn't affect the budget. It's like, this is money that can be used to buy things that enhance the library experience for everybody, and it doesn't affect the budget.
Awesome.
So, and that's what the Friends of the Library do. They support with their physical labor for these events and their generosity of spirit so that monies can go to have this wish list and take care of things.
What are the 3 most popular books right now at the library, Rick?
I don't know.
Come on, Rick.
At all, but I can tell you we've got everything from adult fiction and nonfiction to business biographies to children's books, and I go there and I use the DVDs.
DVDs? They're still around.
Well, DVDs, you got to watch movies. We used to have videotapes, but we swapped those out now for DVDs.
Do you listen to CDs in your car, too?
I have an 8-track in my car.
Cut it out. That's not true.
I'm old here.
I'd like to see if anyone still has the automobile with an 8-track player in it. That'd be a classic right now. It'd probably be a 78 Duster or something like that.
Well, you know, that was a fine vehicle.
Absolutely. My dad owned one. Yeah. So anything else about the library that's coming up event-wise that the community should know about?
Well, right now, this is the February book sale. We'll have one more in March. Those are the 4 months out of the year that we do a book sale: November, January, February, and March, basically in season. And those are the main events that are happening now. But there's always ongoing lectures, movies, special events, which are not only on our website, but also in the local beach papers. There's a column that shows what's happening. Or if you come into the library, we have TV screens that will show you, hey, we've got this event on this day at this time. Everything from estate planning to how to play a guitar.
Wow.
Are you a future rock star? You might want to come by and pick up the guitar.
You know, I was in Nashville the last few days, and Zach Brown Band was playing, and I really wish I could play the violin. Do I look like somebody that should be playing the violin?
Well, that depends. Will Kim play the banjo so you could be like a country act?
She'll play the flute. That'll be a unique band, the flute and the violin. Yeah. What do you play? What instrument do you play?
Oh, years ago, I played saxophone in the high school marching band, and I still have that saxophone somewhere in the closet. But maybe when I don't have enough to do here at Fort Myers Beach, because it's fun just to walk around, I'll stay in the house and drag out that old saxophone again.
You know, my parents, when we were growing up, was like they made us feel like you had to play an instrument growing up, like it was a requirement in life that you had to play an instrument. And of course, you know, when you're a guy, a kid, a boy growing up, you want to play the drums. So when they gave me the oboe and said I had to play the oboe, it was part of the downhill spiral for my life.
There are a few rock bands that feature an oboe. You know, maybe Moody Blues would have an oboe solo in it somewhere.
So after the oboe didn't work out, it was the tuba. And I think they made me play the tuba because I was Tubby. So they wanted Tubby to play the tuba, and I was probably the only one. I have to tell you a funny story about being in the band. Are you making a face already, wife? We haven't even gotten to the funny part yet.
Am I on?
You're on.
Oh, thank
Get
God.
in the camera if
Well,
you want to be
I said
on.
she was taking a chance on you.
So I was in the actual, I guess
Bad decision.
I guess you call it orchestra when you're in high school. Or what do you
Yes.
call it? Is it a band, or
band.
an orchestra? Whatever.
If you were an oboe, you were an orchestra.
We were playing up on stage. I can't remember if I was at that point playing the oboe or the flute or some
I
other
don't believe any
sissy,
of this.
some other sissy instrument that my parents, I don't know, maybe they were trying to sissify me at an early age. But anyway, so I got up on stage and I was sitting in the section with the other flutists or whatever the hell they are, and I pretended like I was playing because everybody else sounded great, and I didn't want to screw it up by actually playing the instrument because I didn't know what I was doing. I never practiced. I wanted to play baseball.
All right, so you were a oboist mimist.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
You
I
mimed the
faked
oboe.
at the oboe.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, you got to come on more often, man. We're just we're having a grand old time. Did we follow? Did we get everything on about the library?
We did, and it's such a gorgeous day here today. I'm going
Absolutely.
to leave you and go down and catch the next tram to take me back down to the library to help out
Nice.
there.
Love the
And-
tram. Love the tram.
I mean, it's the easiest way to get around the island, and it's just a gorgeous day. I won't have to say it enough. I mean, I saw people jogging in tank tops, shorts, and sandals, and I go, yes, you young people go out there and blossom.
Yes.
That's all people are going to waddle around taking their time.
I felt like waddling. I was waddling this morning on the beach, that's for sure. All right, Rick, thank you so much. You know you're welcome anytime to talk about the library stuff. Just let us know when you want to come on.
Pleasure to be here, and now I'll turn it back over to Kim.
Thank you.
All right,
Look at him.
thank you
He's
so much.
Such a natural he is.
He is a
Thank you,
natural.
Rick. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. We appreciate you
Good
very
luck
much.
with the get out, everybody, and get down to the library for the book sale.
That's right. Big book sale today. Rick is awesome. His second appearance on the show.
I know we've had a couple repeat people today.
Is that a good thing, or
I
I'm
think
wondering
that is
if,
a good thing.
We'll have to see what people think about the repeat. Who's been on the most so far? Not counting Leon. He doesn't count. That was a failed attempt at something.
I don't think
Shannon's
I
been
think
on twice.
Yeah,
Who
I
else has
think
been on
most
twice?
everybody's been on twice. I don't think somebody's been on a third time yet.
I got to get Anita Saracita back on. And we're
Yep.
getting into the political season. We purposely avoid doing the politics every week because I don't know. I think people get bored with the politics every single week.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this place is packed. So I'm trying to give you some kind of direction about the table. We are taking up a table, and there are people waiting for tables so they can sit at our table and eat, dear.
Okay, dear, but I don't know what you're throwing up hand gestures like there's another guest coming and you want me to
How long have we known
intercept
each other?
them,
How
but-
long have we known each other?
not long enough
You
apparently.
You sound kind of nasally today.
I am.
What's going on with that?
I have gotten I don't think I've gotten the flu. I've gotten a bit of a cold.
You sound funny though.
I know. I
Can't you
already
just use your.
I have to practice using a radio
There
voice.
you go, dear. Practice using your radio voice.
I do.
So let's start our 10-minute discussion
Let's
to close the
not.
show with a review of the Candidates Night Forum.
Okay.
Who do you think won?
I don't know if it's a winning situation. I think that they all did well. I think that Roxanne really got some salient points in there.
Okay.
She really showed that she was aware of many of the issues that were going on.
And I think her being an attorney probably helped out some of the questions about the lawsuit.
And
at
judge,
CPI.
yeah. Yes.
Oh, judge, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I would agree. I think Roxanne probably won that one. I know you didn't say that, but I'll go out and say that. Although Ray and Dan and Dennis Boback, they didn't bomb. I don't think anybody bombed.
No, I don't think anybody bombed. I think they're all very different.
I think Dennis definitely went into enemy territory and took some slings. He took some arrows, or slings or arrows, whatever he took.
There was some questions that were clearly directed at him.
From me. right?
Well, and from the audience.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that it was great that we made the newspaper finally. You know, we're hits now. We're on the Florida Podcast Network. And also, we made the newspaper. Gary put us in, which was nice.
Should I move over so that your head can
we're a
fit
team.
in the screen?
We're a team. Without you,
Oh, please.
I couldn't make it very far. And so thanks to Gary and the Island Sandpaper for putting us in. We didn't make a picture. They put a picture of Beverly in with the crew, and she was only up there for about 1 minute. But that's fine. It was her event.
That was their event.
Well, I wanted to get the mic flags in. That would have been
Oh,
nice.
my
A little
Lord.
free advertising there. So Rexanne did well. I think. Go ahead.
The number one, certainly the number one, there was unanimous on the number one issue facing the beach, and that was water quality.
For sure. Yeah.
There was agreement on that.
I think Dennis gave this council some high marks that other people didn't really like. When Dennis said that this council got them out of some kind of financial straits, Ray Murphy jumped in and said, "I don't know what the heck you're talking about. There wasn't any financial strait." Did you get that vibe too?
What I took away from that was that Ray was saying that because he previously served, and that when he left, there was in excess of $20 million. And so he doesn't understand how there was a deficit so many years later that had to be fixed.
So I don't know if the second candidates night forum was this past Wednesday night or next Wednesday night.
I believe it was the same week, week.
I didn't hear much about that. That's fine, as long as we're the ones in the newspaper. And you know the other thing Gary said about us, I think he might even be, is he the owner, the editor? He's high up there. He's no Cub reporter. He said that I think the headlines was tough questions.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. We're getting some ink.
I guess.
One step at a time, dear, one step at a time.
You know, it's good that they got out there. People could hear their platforms and make a decision for themselves.
Well, the election is coming up. It's just a few weeks away.
What's your prediction?
I have to say that as far as the signage goes, I've seen more Dan signs than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means anything or not. Maybe it's a swing vote here or there, but you only need several hundred votes to win. And what's going to happen with this election is you're going to get like somebody that support candidate, blah, 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 whoever it is. And they're going to go in and bullet vote that candidate and not pay any attention to the other three. That's going to happen some.
So they're just going to vote twice.
Well, you can't vote twice.
No,
for
I
the
know
same
you
person.
can't. Okay, well, there you
vote
go.
Once, and then you just neglect the other vote. So that'll happen.
Well, or what Dennis said, which is vote him twice.
Did he say that?
He did say that.
I don't know that that's legal. Hey, whatever.
I don't know.
So first, your prediction. Go ahead. Take a shot at it. I know you don't like to. All right, think about that for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so my wife asked a great question, right? She asked one of the best questions, and here's why.
You are so biased.
Here's what. Well, yeah. I mean, I got to go home with you, hopefully. And the audience thought it was a great question. So you asked the question: what one person do you want to serve on?
Besides yourself,
of course. Do you want to serve with if you're elected? Correct?
Yes. And my intent.
Do you have to explain?
I do, because
the story first.
Okay.
And everybody in the audience went, ooh, like it was a good question. I didn't get any of that the whole night. I didn't get any oohs or ahs about that. I got a couple of those. And so the audience went, ooh, yeah, we want to hear that. And I have to say, Rexanne was the first person that really threw you under the bus.
Well, she didn't throw me under the bus. She expressed her dislike of the question, which is
she said that was a dumb question.
She didn't say dumb. She said silly and inappropriate.
Okay, silly, dumb, stupid. They're all in the same group of verbiage.
None of them liked it, and none of them answered it. And
right.
I will say that my intent was not to pose people against each other, but it was, there's no I in team. So if you're picking a team, if you're going to be serving with other people, who of the other candidates do you think aligns well with your platform and your views? And it just really, I had no idea that it was going to be that inflammatory.
Your feelings were hurt for the entire
My feelings were not hurt. I picked that question.
You're yelling.
I picked that question from a group of questions that I researched. I passed them by some other people for review, and
And
it
then
wasn't kicked out. So
And then the audience gave you a standing ovation when you
Get
asked
outta here.
it.
They
It was
did
the
not.
best question of the night, and they didn't like it. I didn't like. You know why they didn't like it though? Because it makes them feel uncomfortable. They had to pick somebody. That's why.
but you're not. Listen. You're picking. It's not that you
Listen.
would say I don't like this one or I don't like that one. It's that
Listen.
our views are more.
When-
listen. There's a
listen.
vice president and a president.
That's right. Oh,
It's a
let's not
team.
get into that. All right.
Well, I don't think they're going to ask us to moderate any of those.
Listen. When they
debates.
go into the booth, they're voting for two people, aren't they? When those four go into the booth, they're voting for two people, right?
Apparently, you said they're just going to vote for
I
themselves
didn't say
and leave it
everybody
empty.
was going to. I said I have a feeling there's going to be a block of people that are going to do that. I'm just saying. I didn't think when you weren't home, when we were driving home and you were crying, I felt
was not
terrible
crying.
how they treated you that night. That's all I have to
not
say about
crying.
that. All right.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You put us out there, and that's just the way it is.
I dragged you into that thing, too.
You did.
It was nice to see us together. This is the first of two. We're going to be moderating another panel, not anything to do with this, in Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, right.
In
Ooh, you
Miami. That's
scared
coming
me.
up soon. So enough of the politics. A story about Nashville this week. I don't know if any of you were watching the website.
Oof.
The worst travel experience the daughter and I, Jillian and I, have ever had. And Frontier Airlines is the worst airlines. You get what you pay for.
Or you don't even get that.
Right. And so, it's raining out in Nashville, which
Yep.
isn't a big deal. What are you doing that for? Am I
Well,
going too slow?
Yeah.
So I get we're supposed to fly out at 7:30. So I get a text. It's pushed back to 10:30. So we go. I mean, Nashville's a city where you can have some fun.
The important thing is that you got the text very early, so they were aware of a problem very early on.
So it started out at we were going to leave 10:30, which is obviously 11:30 here. We get to the airport a couple hours early, and then you get another text. Now it's 12:30 Nashville time. So finally, 1:30, I don't know, 1:30 Eastern. At this point, we lost track of time. We all load into the plane, and we push back. I guess you don't really need power to push back. Maybe it's four or five guys with a Frontier plane and Bugs Bunny outside the plane that
Some
are pushing
horses
you back.
and buggies.
And all of a sudden, we hear the pilot come on. I apologize to have to do this, but we have to go back to the gate because one of the engines won't fire.
Yep.
And so now now the first thing I'm thinking is, how do I get in touch with Shannon? How do I get in touch with Rick and everybody Liam
Not
on
the
the
safety
show?
of yourself and your daughter.
Listen, as long as I'm on the ground, I feel safe. If he says to me in the air that one of the engines didn't fire, that's a problem. So everybody was totally understanding because you know why? Because they knew where they were winding up. They were all that plane full of people was winding up in Fort Myers, Florida. They weren't winding up in New York, upstate Elmira, New York, or Syracuse, New York at this time of the year. So they were there, and there must have been 15 kids below the age of 5. And they were all great. The kids were great. There's some dogs on the plane. So here's the funniest part about the whole thing. Now it's 12:30 in the morning at the Nashville airport. So everybody gets a $25 or $15 or $30 voucher for food from Frontier, which is good for 24 hours at the airport. So guess what? Nothing's open. So they think they did a good deed. Nobody could use the vouchers anywhere. And it's just everybody that was on that plane is going to tell that story over and over and over again.
It's one thing to have mechanical issues. And then when I called them flipping out, they're like, well, we're doing a plane swap. So now a plane that's coming from Las Vegas and dropping people off in Nashville is supposed to end their flight there. But now they got to pick you guys up and use their crew to fly out. What kills me, too, is they gave you a voucher, right, to fly again. Like, you're ever going to use that. That's like a 50% off coupon for a colonoscopy. Like, no, thank you.
Nice. You thought, did you come up with that one?
Right
That was
away.
pretty good. No,
right away.
Jillian says, because she's trying to save money. She's 21 years old. So she looks at me and she says, $75. That's pretty good. I said, Jillian, it will snow first in Florida before he ever use Frontier
in Fort Myers,
again.
I think you mean.
And what did I say?
Florida.
Well,
it snows.
Where? Where does it snow?
It has snowed in Florida
Where?
before. In the northern part.
Get out of here. It doesn't snow anywhere near
Please,
Florida.
people. Oh, Lord.
Where, in Jacksonville? That's
maybe,
north, right?
Maybe the Panhandle.
All right, when was the last time it snowed?
I don't know. I'm not the Farmer's Almanac.
We need to play the Newlywed Game. Not today, but next
How about
week.
the old wed game?
No, we need to play the newlywed game.
All
That's
right.
going to be a good one. What else did you want to cover? What else did you want to cover? We covered the election. We covered the Nashville. What else? What else you want to cover before we go?
It's very busy down here.
It's crazy busy, waiting for tables. It's that time of the year, folks. So if you're getting in line now to come down to the beach, it's going to be a hassle. So just tune in to beachtalkradio.com and listen on a loop because it's going to be a while you're waiting out there.
Did you say you were going to start selling water?
I didn't say that. That's one of your goofy ideas. Every time there's a big
with the logo on it,
you don't even want to buy any water with the logo on it. We do have shirts. The hats are on order. We're going to have hats in. We appreciate everybody sharing the Facebook page and sharing the website with friends and family and neighbors, and even your enemies are fine as long as you share. We're happy. We're always happy because
you care and share.
We live in Florida. We want to thank our guests, Shannon, Liam, Rick, and Mary, and there's so many events going on. The Shrimp Festival 5K is coming up. The Shrimp Festival is coming up. So much going on. And we also want to make sure you know you are listening to the Florida Podcast Network, the voice of Florida. FPN is committed to promoting you while they promote Florida. The FloridaPodcastNetwork.com/partner is where you want to go if you want to partner with them for more information. To download their media kit and to reach out, that's where you go, dear.
All right.
FloridaPodcastNetwork.com. It's so nice to be on a network. How many more listeners you think we got from the network?
Hundreds.
The Florida Podcast Network, local voices supporting local brands and businesses. Now, folks, we can also do an ad for you.
Yes.
If you want us to. Not
come
for free,
on down.
Of course.
You can come do an ad.
Or if you have an event, we'd love to have you come down. If you're opening a new business.
If you have free swag, we'll, consider a trade, a barter trade.
Like for what?
I don't know.
Are you in need of something?
If we get some clothes or some stuff, yeah.
Have you not been to the Goodwill lately? You're shopping
I have
Mecca?
not. Nope, I have not been.
So the one thing I neglected to mention was as soon as I got home at 4 o'clock this morning, I didn't finish telling the story. You must have interrupted me. I got home at 4 o'clock. I packed up the truck and came down here.
Yeah, you're running on.
Yeah,
no sleep.
I feel like I'm rambling on now. I did run 4 miles, though. What did you do?
I have a cold.
Oh.
All right. Well, folks, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you. That was great. Lots of guests. And it's so good to see you. Look ravishing today, dear.
Thank you, dear.
I love you, and I love your pink hat, and I love everything you do.
All right. We'll see you next week.
And she's going to dance it out. You all have a great day. And
bye-bye.
See you next Saturday on Beach